What's going on? Tim here with In-Card-Neeto Sports Cards, and today's Sunday, which means it is Food and Beverage Sunday, and today we've got some Ben's Breads Super Hitters from 1992. So we got these discs, a whole set of 20 of them. So we'll take a look at these. We'll get this turned around, see what we got. All right, we got this turned around, and here we go. We got the Ben's the Baker's Best. There we go. Try to get a close-up. Ben's the Baker's Best. You got the logo right there on the top. Super Hitters. And there's a set of 20 baseball discs from the MSA company. See, MSA made in Canada. These ones are a Canadian issue. I will get into that here in a bit. And let's see here. Let's go and set those down, and we'll go and take a look at, let you look at this while I tell you about it. Get some better light there. There we go. Get ready first there, dummy. All right, here we go. We got this 1992 Ben's Breads discs, and they were an oddball regional food issue release by MSA. And it's the same company that made the other MSA discs from the 70s and 80s, 90s, and so on the back, they are a lot smaller than the other ones. These are almost 3 inches around. It's 2 7/8 inches around, and they are a lot smaller than the bigger disc. The other ones were huge, and I don't have any readily available right now to compare it to, darn it. But these were released in bags of breads. They're included in packages of Ben's Breads products. It's the sold in Canada. Ben's Breads was a major Canadian bakery brand, and let's see, placed directly inside the packaging, and they were exposed to crumbs, moisture, bending, or wrinkling. So higher grades in these are kind of hard to find if you're into that kind of stuff. And let's see, part of the design is the classic MSA round format, just like all the other MSA discs. And there's a full color photo on the front, black and white on the back. You get some stats action going on back there. Height and throws, bats right, left, all that kind of stuff. And some short stats. And this is card number 1 of 20. He was born in 1963. There we go. And let's see, it goes on to say that MSA reused templates, some photos or team listings from the previous season. So some of them might be a little off on some of the discs. And this is a regional Canadian release. They are only distributed in parts of Eastern Canada, so they make it much harder to find in the US, and they're scarcer overall, underrated because many collectors didn't know they even existed, which make them a cool niche appeal on these cards. So I like them, and because they are food related, and I was in the food industry for over 26 years, being a chef, front of the house, and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate the food and beverage cards. So this one's Cecil Fielder right there. We'll move on to the second one. We got Joe Carter. Man, those Blue Jays. Man, what a tough break on the World Series. Man, I thought they were going to win it. But let's see, they are not mass produced like mainstream cards. Unlike Topps, Donruss, or Upper Deck, they were printed which were printed in the millions. Ben's Breads were printed in low numbers and packed in bread products only, and which make them fall into the categories of short-run food issues, regional oddball releases, and low survival rate collectibles. So they're kind of on the rarer side. I don't know how many people would consider them there to be rare, but they are considered to be on the rarer side. And condition and issues, granted they were packed in bread, so it kind of depends on how they handled that bread bag. Most copies had creases, warping, oil stains, bent edges, or moisture rippling. So there's some of that, and it's kind of tough to find some really good clean ones, and I think I kind of lucked out on these. And we'll go ahead and go through the player selections. They got 20 players in here, 20 discs. So we already saw Cecil Fielder, and we got Joe Carter. Touch 'em all, Joe. And there's the stats on the back. I like those. And we'll just go ahead and get through the rest of this set already. We shouldn't take too much time. We got Roberto Alomar there. I like it. These do have all the logos airbrushed off of them and all that kind of stuff, which is a little too bad. I like seeing the logos. And here we go. We get Devin White. This is going to be a Canadian heavy list, I assume, because out of the first 4 cards, we got 3 Blue Jays. So, so here we go. We got Devin White and more Blue Jays action. We get Kelly Gruber. There you go. Looks like he had a better night than the morning of this picture. Here we go. Kelly Gruber. There's the rest of the back. He's 6 foot and 185 pounds. This is card number 5. And here we go. We get the second non-Blue Jay card is Cal Ripken Jr. here. for the Baltimore Orioles. And we'll flip it over, check out the back. I like to give you a few seconds to check out the pictures and all the stats and all that kind of good stuff, just because, you know, why not? If I don't do it long enough, you can hit the old pause button and take a look. Here we go. We get Kirby Puckett. Awesome. I liked him back in the day. And these are actually fairly nice. These are pretty good. We got the Minnesota Twins. There's the back, card number 7. And here we go. We got Paul Molitor for the Milwaukee Brewers, for the Brew Crew. Look at that. Card number 8. And while we're going through it, I got the little code over here. If you guys feel like hitting up cardshells.com right here, use code INCARD10, save yourself $10 off your first order of 50 or more. And if you've already used it, and keep using it, and you'll keep receiving 10% off your orders. So go check them out. And Veterans Day is coming up, so they got a big Veterans Day sale, and they are owned by U.S. veterans. So that is very awesome. So go check them out. Coming up next, we got Julio Franco for the Texas Rangers, and this is card number 9. There's all of his stats. There we go, my fave. We get Ken Griffey Jr. Seattle Mariners. Man, they say they came so close this year. Man, they did. Darn, so close. But they had the curse. They had the old Seattle curse of the choking. They choked. Here we go. We get Frank Thomas, Chicago White Sox there. And here's the back. We get card number 11 out of 20. Did I show the back of the Griffey? I'm not quite sure if I did or not, but there you go. Hold 2 seconds. It's like a mind of a goldfish over here. We got Jose Canseco, Oakland Athletics. That's back in the day. They're not even in California anymore. So crazy. There's the back, card number 12. Almost done. We got Danny Tartable for the Yankees. Boo, Yankees. Sorry, that's just me. My opinion. There we go. Card number 13 here. And we get... There we go. We got that one. This has got a little dimple on it. A couple dimples there. Oh, it's squished. We get Terry Pendleton for the Atlanta Braves. And this is card number 14. Well, that dimple goes all the way through. Man, that was pushed on there hard. All right, here we go. Coming up next, we get Tony Gwynn. Good old Tony for the San Diego Padres. And there you go. Card number 15. We got 5 cards left. We'll work right through them. Here you go. Up next, we got Hojo, Howard Johnson for the New York Mets. Any Mets fans out there, how do you think they did this year? They didn't make it to the playoffs, or no, they did make it to the playoffs, but they didn't do very well, I suppose. Or did they make it to the playoffs? I can't remember. I was watching Seattle. That was a couple weeks ago. There we go. We get Will Clark, San Francisco Giants there, first baseman. Will the Thrill Clark. And card number 17. Here we go. Card number 18, we get Barry Bonds. Look at that. Superfly. Looking Superfly right there. And this is card number 18. And up next, we got last 2 cards. I'm going to scoot them down just a touch. We get old Rhino, Ryan Sandberg. Rest in peace, old Rhino. Guess I could have said that too for a couple other players there. Rhino Sandberg. Card number 19 here. And last but not least, we get Bobby Bonilla for the Mets. He's got his Pirates uniform on there. And card number 20 out of 20, which completes the set. 6'3". There he is. All right. Well, that's not too bad. We got the full set there. I like sets, the old completion. You get some good players with superstars and all that kind of good stuff. So very awesome. Frank Thomas, Bobby Bo, Ken Griffey Jr., Julio Franco. Man, we got a bunch of good ones. But anyways, what do you think of this set? I think that's pretty neat. I like that kind of stuff. But anyways, what do you think about it? Let me know. I keep repeating myself. I'm sorry. Let me know what you guys think of this down below. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.